Then everyone here, here. Kavita, can you hear? Kavita, can you hear? Kavita, can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Hello, audible guys? Am I audible? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today's chapter, the name is inequality. Say, if I write A is greater than B, this means A is greater than B, correct? But if I write this, then this is A is greater than or equal to B. Similarly, A is less than, but this is A is less than or equal to B. So we have 5 cases where A can be greater than B, A can be greater than or equal to B, A can be less than B, A can be less than or equal to B, or A can be equal to B. Yes or no? So these are the 5 cases that we will be dealing with. Okay? Have you understood this much?
Yes, sir.
Now, we will be having 2 kinds of problems. The first type is called as coded inequality. Coded inequality. The second type will be called as direct inequality. Coded inequality and direct inequality. Okay? Let us look at each one of them. ordered inequality. Let us look at ordered inequality. They will give you something like A courtesy B means A is greater than B. So A courtesy B means A is greater than B. Okay, similarly, one more. Please wait. Okay. Again, A courtesy B also means A is either greater or equal to B. Then A equal to B means A is equal to B. Obviously, no change in that. A at the rate B. This means A is smaller than B. A at the rate B also means A is smaller or equal to B. Okay. So these are the 5 codes that are given to you. Now, they will give you one statement or maybe 2 or 3 statements. Okay. These are Q at the rate R, also R at the rate M, and M courtesy D. These are the 3 statements given. Conclusions. Okay. Conclusion 1, conclusion 2. They will give you 2 conclusions. First conclusion is D courtesy R, and second conclusion is D courtesy Q. Okay, these are the conclusions given. Now they will ask you which conclusion holds true. Is it the first one? Is it the second one? Is it both 1 and 2 or none of them? These will be the options. Now let us look at it. Q at the rate R. What does it mean? Q at the rate R means Q is less than R or Q is less than or equal to R. Correct? So Q is less than or R or Q is less than or equal to R. Okay, one second. A courtesy B is greater than B. A courtesy B and 2 lines. That is, A is either greater than or equal to B. A equal to B is A equal to B. A at the rate B is A smaller than B. And A at the rate with the 2 lines. This is A is smaller than or equal to B. So now Q at the rate R means Q is smaller than R. So this one won't work. Next one is R at the rate M. R at the rate M means, what does it mean? R at the rate M. R is smaller than M. So R is smaller than M. And one more was M courtesy D. M courtesy D. M courtesy D means M is greater than D. So M is greater than D. Okay. So if I put all these 3 things together, then what am I going to get is Q less than R, R less than M, but M is greater than D. This is what I get. Yes or no? Now, D, the first conclusion is D courtesy R, which means D is greater than R. Is it true? M is greater than D, but can you tell me that D is greater than R? M greater than D means D can come here, 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 anywhere. Yes or no? D can come in between R and M. D can come in between Q and R. D can come before Q also. There are three possibilities for D. So we cannot conclude that D is greater than R. We cannot conclude. D is greater than Q. This also we cannot conclude because D can come here also. So this conclusion is also false. Is this okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Statements P courtesy M. M equal to P. P courtesy R. This is the given statement. Conclusion 1, conclusion 2. Conclusion 1 is R at the rate T. P courtesy R. Tell me which conclusion is true, which is not true. Please try this. Yes, tell me which is true. P courtesy M means what? P is greater than M. M equal to P. M is equal to P. And then P is greater than R. So that means P greater than M equal to P greater than R. This is our inequality equation. Now, R at the rate T means what? R is smaller than T. This is what it means. Is R smaller than T? Is it true? Is
No, sir.
R more than T? See, T is greater than M. M is equal to P. That means T is greater than P. Because T is greater than M, even if M is equal to P, then instead of M I can write P. That means T is greater than P and P is greater than R. So T is definitely greater than R, which means R is definitely less than T. So this one is okay. Next one is T courtesy R, which means T is greater than R. This is again same thing. It is also true. Correct? Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is an example for coded inequality. Now we will do something related to direct inequality. your statement is P greater than or equal to Q is equal to R greater than S greater than T. This is your statement. Conclusion 1. P greater than or equal to T. Conclusion 2. P greater than or equal to T. This is conclusion 1. Conclusion 2 is T less than Q. Which one is true? Say P can be equal to Q. Can be, because see, there is an equal to sign. So P can be equal to Q and Q is equal to R. So P can be equal to R, but R is greater than S, S is greater than T. That means P is definitely greater than T, which means this equal to sign cannot come. It should only be P greater than Q. It cannot be, this one cannot come. It is only P greater than Q. So that is why this conclusion is wrong. Second conclusion, T less than Q. T less than Q is definitely right. Why? Q is equal to R. R is greater than S. S is greater than T. So T will be definitely less than Q. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
This is your first statement. Please tell me which is true, which is false. 4 statements are given. Just combine them and form an equation. And then check which is true and which is not true. Yes. Say first statement, h greater than j is equal to k. Second statement is k is greater than or equal to l, and l is greater than t, but t is less than b. Okay, so t is less than b means b can come anywhere here. Yes or no? T is less than b. Okay. Now first one, k greater than t. K greater than t. Okay. Now just check if k is 5, for example, then L can be 5. If k is 5, L can be 5, or L can be 4 as well. Why? Because greater than or equal to. Now T, if L is 5, then if K is 5, L is also 5, then T will definitely be less than 5. Why? Because L is greater than T. So T can be 4. Now if K is 5 and L is 4, T can be 3. Definitely L is greater than T. So in both the cases, can you see K is greater than T, 5 is greater than 4, 5 is greater than 3. So in both the cases, this is going to hold good. So conclusion 1 is fine. Now conclusion 2. L is less than or equal to H. L is less than or equal to H. Now if H is, let's say 5, J will be 4. K can be 4, K is 4. L can be 4. Yes, or maximum value is 4. Because K can be equal to L, or it can be 3 also. Correct? So 5, 4, 4 and 4. So L less than or equal to H. L less than H, but it cannot be equal to H. L can never be equal to H because H is always greater than J. J is equal to K and K can be equal to L. So L can take maximum value of J but not of H. So L can be equal to J but not equal to H. Can never be equal to H. So this is a wrong conclusion. Is this okay? Have you understood this? Guys, have you understood this? Please try this. This is the code. There are three statements, three conclusions. Just see which all hold good, which all don't hold good. Yes. R delta CD means what? R is not smaller than Q. So R is not smaller means R can be greater or equal to. So R is greater than or equal to D. D at the rate C means D is either smaller or equal to Q, which means D is greater than C because P is neither smaller nor equal to. So D is neither small nor equal to C. If it is not small, not even equal, then it should be definitely greater. So D is greater than C. And then one more is C delta P. C delta P is C is neither greater nor smaller than P. So if it is not neither greater nor smaller, then it should be equal to P. So by combining, I will get R greater than or equal to D, D greater than C, and C is equal to P. This is my equation. Now, first conclusion, R at the rate P. R at the rate P means what? R is neither smaller nor equal to P. R is neither smaller nor equal. If it is neither smaller nor equal, then R should be greater than P. Is it true? See, D is greater than P. R can be greater or equal to P. To D. Even if R is greater, even if R is equal to D, still R will be greater than P. So this conclusion is definitely true. D delta P. D delta P means what? D is neither greater nor smaller than P. So this means D is equal to P. That is what it means. Neither greater nor smaller. So D is equal to P. If D is equal to P here, D is greater than C and C is equal to P. So P can never be equal to D because D is always greater than C. So this conclusion is false. Next one is P percentage D. P percentage D means P is not greater than D. If P is not greater than D, then P should be less than or equal to D. Now P is, say D is greater than C and C is equal to P. So P can never be equal to D, which means this can never come. Only if it was P is less than D, then it could have been true. But in this case, it is false once again. So definitely, first conclusion is true, but the other two are definitely false. Is this okay? Guys, is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Let's try this. Yes. R hashtag yes. R hashtag yes means R is neither greater nor equal to yes. It means R is less than S. Then S at the rate T. S at the rate T means yes is neither smaller nor equal to. So yes should be greater than T. Yes is greater than T. And then T courtesy U. T courtesy U. Which means T is not smaller than U. Which means T can be greater than or equal to U. Okay. Now U percentage yes means U is not greater than. So U can be equal to. S is greater than T and T can be equal to U. So yes should always be greater than U. So yes can U can never be equal to yes. U can never be equal to yes. So that is why the first conclusion is false. T hashtag R. T hashtag R is T is neither greater nor equal to. So T is neither greater nor equal to. Which means T is less than R. That is what it says. See, T can be see S is greater than R. S is also greater than T. But we don't know the relation between T and R. Who is greater, who is lesser. So this also is false. Next one. Yes at the rate U. Yes at the rate U is yes is neither smaller nor equal to, which means yes should be greater than U. Yes is greater than T and T can be equal to U. True should always be less than yes, which means this conclusion is true. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Try this. Yes. T at the rate y. T is neither smaller nor equal to. That means T is greater than y. Y courtesy G. Y is neither smaller, is not smaller than G, which means Y is greater than or equal to G. And G percentage W. G is not greater than W. So G is less than or equal to W. Now G delta T, first conclusion. G delta T. G delta T is G is neither greater nor smaller than T. G is neither greater nor smaller than T, which means G should be equal to T. But here it is not the case. T is greater than Y and Y is equal to G. So G can never be equal to T. So that is why this conclusion is false. T is greater, T hashtag G. T hashtag T is neither greater nor equal, which means T is less than G. T is less than G, which is not possible. T is greater than G. So that is why this is also false. T at the rate G. T at the rate G means T is neither smaller nor equal to, which means T is greater than G. T is greater than G, which is definitely true. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
The equation is directly given. Two conclusions are given. O is greater than Y. First conclusion. O is greater than Y. See, O can be equal to U. U can be equal to D. D also can be equal to S. But S is definitely greater than Y. If S is greater than Y, that means D, U, and O, all these three are greater than Y, which means O greater than Y is true. C less than D. C less than D. C is less than L. L is less than O. O can be equal to U. U can be equal to D. Which means O can be equal to D. Or O is equal to D. Which means instead of D, instead of O, I can write D. So if I write D here, then C is less than L. L is less than D. So C is definitely less than D. Both the conclusions are true. Is this okay? B greater than L and A greater than Y. B greater than L. See, B is greater than A is greater than S, but S is less than I. and I is greater than C. Now see, for example, D greater than A greater than S less than I greater than C greater than L greater than Y. Okay. Now let's say this is 100. Let's say D is 100. A can be 99. S can be 98. And now I can be 101 or it can be 99 both. Yes or no? Basically, what I'm trying to say is I can be greater than D also. Okay. Now I is greater than C. So C can be. Okay. Let us take this as. Let's take 150. This is the case. Then C can be 149. C can be one. This can be 148. This can be 147. Possible or not? Possible. In this case, B is greater than L is false. But now I is if I is 99. Now C can be 98, L can be 97, Y can be 96. In this case, 100 is greater than 97. B greater than L is true. So that means in one case it is true. In one case it is false. That means it is false because it is not definitely true. We cannot conclude that it is definitely true because I have just proven to you that there can be a case where this conclusion is false. Similarly, A greater than Y. A greater than Y. The same case, C 99, here it can be 147, here it can be 96. So this is also false. Is this okay? So this is your inequality. We are going to the next chapter, cause and effects. So we have worked out around 8-9 problems from inequality. Everything is similar to that one. Nothing much to worry about. Cause and effects. Here we will be giving you a statement or a cause, or we will give you a statement and we will give you two other statements. You need to tell me, we will give you two statements. You need to tell me which is the cause for which one and which is the effect. Okay. Like for example, the first statement says police resorted to lathi charge to disperse the unlawful gathering of large number of people. The second statement is the citizens forum called for a general strike in protest against the police atrocity. Which is the cause, which is the effect? Or is there no cause, no effect? Yes. See, there is police who have resorted to lathi charge, and that is to disperse the unlawful gathering of large number of people. People have gathered for something, and it is unlawful, so that is why police have resorted to lathi charge. Now, the citizens forum has called for a general strike in protest against the police atrocity. So, because the police did the lathi charge, now the citizens have called for a general strike against the police atrocity. So that is why this is the cause and the effect is general strike. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Please try this. What do you think is the cause? What do you think is the effect? There is an increase in water level of all the water tanks supplying water, drinking water to the city during the last fortnight. And most of the trains are cancelled last week due to water logging cracks. What do you think? Which is the cause? Which is the effect? Both these things are giving you some information, no hidden information. It must have rained, yes or no? It must have rained. That is why there is water logging on the tracks, and that is why there is a increase in the water level also. So the both of them are individual effects. No one, none of them is a cause. Both of them are individual effects of a hidden cause, which is rain. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
What about this one? Earnings of all government employees have gone up because there is revision of pay scale. Salaries of employees of private companies are being revised from time to time. See, both these are not linked to each other. Both these are individual effects of, see, this effect has come because of revision of pay scale, and the second effect has come because of policy. So both of them are actually not linked, but they have a common cause, which may be some policy decision of increasing salaries now and then. Simple one. Because there is frequent robberies in jewelry shops that was recorded in distant suburbs. Because of this jewelry shop robberies, which is the cause, that is why the effect of shop owners are asking more security. ಒಂದು ಕಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಕಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವ್ದೊಂದು ಕಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವ್ದೊಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಕಾಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಎರಡು ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳ್ಳತನ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ನಡೆದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ನಡೀತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಾಸ್, ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್? First one, second one effect. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನರು ಬರೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. Most of the students enrolled for the educational tour schedule. Educational tour schedule ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬೈ ಇಟ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. The school organizes cancel the educational tour schedule next month. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಜನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗೋದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. So both are effect, none of them is the cause. ಏನು ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಜಿ ಯಾವುದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 48 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಳೆ ಬರಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಟೂರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮಳೆ ಬರುವ ಒಂದು ಕಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು 48 ಗಂಟೆ, ಇದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್, ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಉಂಟು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕಾಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 48 ಗಂಟೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಒಂದು ವಾರದ ನಂತರ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. They are talking only about next 48 hours. But here the cricket tournament is scheduled 1 week later. Sorry, if here also they said scheduled tomorrow has been cancelled, ಆಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಉಂಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಅಂತ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್? There is tremendous increase in temperature during this summer. ಅದರಿಂದ crop damage ಆಗಿದೆ. Prices of vegetables have been increased considerably. ಸಂಬಂಧ ಉಂಟಾ? ಉಂಟು. ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ. ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ, ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಇದು ಕಾಸ್, ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಉಂಟು, ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇದೆ, ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಬೀಳ್ತದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟದು? Now, second variety of question in this is, I will give you a statement or I will give you the cause. You must give me, and I will give you 4 or 5 possible effects. You should tell me what effect will happen. ಒಂದು ಕಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಒಂದು 3-4 ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಯಾವುದು ನಡಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು.
Sir, board is not clear.
Now,
Not visible. No, sir.
ಏನು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ? What are the possibilities? Which one may happen? Which one may not happen? Government has increased taxes on petrol and diesel by 10%. Okay, tax ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 10%. ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತದ 10%. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೈಸ್ 10% ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? Petroleum companies will increase ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಸಾಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಮೋರ್ ಓವರ್ 10% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದು. petroleum companies will increase price by 5%. ಇದು ಕೂಡ will strong statements. Petroleum companies will stop selling diesel. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ possibility ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Correct? So the answer is another. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಹಲವಾರು ಕಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಳೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಳೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಳೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? People from less affected area may be shifted to urban area. ಜನರನ್ನು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಕಷ್ಟಕರ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಜನರನ್ನೇ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳುದು ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So this is not possible. Government can help farmers in the less range area by giving monetary package ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Government ಹಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟು farmers ಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ government can declare these regions as drought regions ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಗಾಲ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ? ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡುದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದ ಮಳೆಯಿಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಓವರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಗಾಲ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡುದು. ಅದು ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೂಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಎಸ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೋತ್ 2 and 4 ಎರಡು. ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಕೆ?
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to give a cause. Historic, sorry, cause ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ, cause ಕೊಟ್ಟು 5 ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ನಾನು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಏನು ಕಾಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Now you must tell me what can be the cause for the given effect. Full down. School authority has increased the tuition fees excessively for the current year. First effect, this is the effect that has happened. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡು. Sorry, this is the cause that has happened. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನೋಡು. Parents will admit their students to different schools. No new student will seek admission. Parents will request the school authority to reduce fees. ಯಾವ್ದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ? ಫೀಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೊಸ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹೊಸ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಸಾಕು. Parents will admit their students to different schools. ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದು ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. We should not take very strong action alwa, correct? Now I will give you an effect. Tell me what is the cause. Okay, the effect is Most of the students of final year management institution have opted for specialization in finance. ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಆಫರ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ HR. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ HR ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಉಂಟಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. Next, management institution gives specialization in finance only to final year students. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಜನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ? 100% ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಓಕೆ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಟರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಸರ್ತಿ ಆಸೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಜನರು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Correct, because it is backed by past data. Correct, whatever is backed by data or backed by experience is always logical and practical. Correct. So finance department has been started only this year. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರು ಉಕ್ಕಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸುಳ್ಳು. So it is third option. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Great. So this is our cause and effect. We have done two statements when they give which is cause, which is effect. We have done that. Then when they give the cause and finding out when the effects are given, you need to find which is the most probable effect. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದೆವು. ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. So these are the three variety of questions that we can get in this chapter. That's it. Thank you very much. I'll see you all in the next class with the new chapter.
Thank you, sir.
Anything to ask?
Sir.
Thank you.